Guys, it's Greg, it's the Man Walks Alone, and it's Friday, so we've got new stuff for you guys this week. And when I say new, we got new stuff because we do have a couple of new makers to the store. Not necessarily new makers, but new to us. So we're gonna go walk through that. Today we're introducing to the store Paraboot from France and Found Feather from Japan. And we're also going to go through some basically new arrivals or kind of intermediary drops from our friends at White and 316. And then we'll do another video for you guys to talk about all the new arrivals from Blue Japan and Ikiji this week. So it's a big week. Let's get started with Paraboot. Paraboot is a French company. They make shoes, obviously. They make shoes in France, and I would say their specialty is really shoes that are very weather resistant, very waterproof. They use a lot of Norwegian welts, rubber soles. Even the name comes from the port in Brazil where the rubber used to come from when that company was founded almost 100 years ago. So we're very excited. We're very familiar with French footwear. We used to have other type of French footwear, and now we're very excited to have Paraboot in the family. And I'm going to talk to you about a couple of styles which are our favorite in the team. Well, there's a couple of other styles that we really like, but we wanted to start with those iconic Paraboot styles. The Michael, or should I say Michael, and the Reims. Two of the most iconic styles. Let's start with the Michael, which is the Tyrolean, how do you say that? Tyrolean? Yeah. I don't know. Kind of like Alp-centric derbies that, of course, have those like two eyelets that are very, very easy to get in and out. I never personally like untie my shoes like that. And they're really like a crazy casual shoe that is very sturdy and that you can wear with a lot of casual outfits, whether it's denim, cords, all through the different seasons as well. We've got one of the models. So the first model I'm holding right now is the classic, support low leather, basically like heavy, like fatty calf that really is, as you can see, it blooms a little bit. You may find it a little bit bloomed when it comes out of the box. You just wipe it off a little bit. But it's a calf that's very resistant, very strong, and very soft, very supple. We like that a lot. There's Norwegian welt, obviously, and the Paraboot trademark rubber sole. That's the big classic. This is the marron color, which is, if you compare it to Café, if you ever think about one versus the other, marron is a lot redder, a lot lighter, and Café is a much darker brown. The next version of the Michael that we have is actually not called Michael because it is unlined, and to be less confusing, they call it Mika instead, which is a little bit of a short word for Michael. It has crepe soles, so it's really a seasonal style. What they do is they often have limited edition and seasonal styles for the Michael alongside the traditional and the classic styles. So this summer one is a unlined taupe suede, which are the ones you're wearing. They have crepe soles instead of like the dark rubber sole, and they have light color welts. Comfy?
Comfy, yeah. True to size, to the usual Euro. They fit very, very nice.
So that's clearly lighter and softer wearing than that, obviously. And then a very seasonal version of the Michael is this raffia. Wonderful natural color raffia shoe. Of course, the uppers are raffia, and then all the piping here is calf leather, and those are fully lined, so it's not a it's not a breeze through type of shoe. It's a really still a pretty sturdy shoe, but it does have the crepe sole and the raffia to make it a little more seasonal. They fit, all of those fit pretty true to size. I would say some people may size down half, for example, but I would say I will probably start with your typical European size. Are you wearing your normal size? True to size. Next model, which is also an iconic style from Paraboot, is the Reims. And the Reims is their chunky loafer. I think you're wearing a pair right now, the black version, black pebble grain version. Both of those are made in the same calf, except one is stamped with a pebble grain pattern, but it's essentially the same leather on the same sole, except this is a black sole and this is a brown sole. But it's otherwise same shoe, and they're really throughout the season. I think year-round type of shoes. The Reims is obviously a penny loafer, but like a really chunky version for it, and so it's something that's casual, a little bit in the vein of the trickers we've had also this season as well. And the sizing for those is actually in UK sizes, which may be a little confusing, but Paraboot does use two different sizing scales for the Reims. UK sizes, take your normal UK size. Did you take your normal UK size?
I took not my normal UK size. I should have though. I took a 10, which I'm typically, I should have been like a 9.5.
Got it. I would say take your normal UK size, except if you have a pretty strong or high instep, because if you look at the instep here, it's pretty narrow, it's pretty tight. I personally find like a half size up to be more comfortable just because of the instep. That's it for Paraboot. We're going to talk a little bit about Found Feather and whatever else.
Here we go. Here's Found Feather out of Japan. The designer, founder Merv Marinin, he has a history in like b-boy dancing and skating, and those backgrounds, those lifestyles, they wear hats. B-boy dancing, you're spinning on your head, you're going to need a good hat. Skating, you want to look cool, you need a good hat. So a cool guy knows what makes a nice hat, and this guy excels at it. We have a couple styles. The first one I'm going to go over is the one that I'm wearing now. It is a 6-panel cap. It is designed after the classic like vintage baseball cap. So it's going to have a bit of a higher crown, 6 panels, and that classic duck bill. And all of them, the caps that we have here are going to have this elastic back. We really like easy pants, so we're going to like an easy hat. It just makes sense. They're sized small, medium as one, and then medium, large on the other end. If you're like a usual fitted hat, maybe size 7 to 1/2, you can probably take a small, medium, and then 1/2 and up can probably take the larger size. And yeah, the fabrication we have on this 6-panel is this nice deep olive green combed chino cotton, and then we also have this one in like a more like caramelly beige. Both these on the inside, you can see they're unlined. Yeah, just really easy, really light, perfect summer fabrication. The one that I'm wearing here is this black paisley. So the exact same thing, except instead of being in that comb chino, it's actually like a really nice crisp broadcloth. So yeah, just very breathable, really nice pattern going on there. And you can see it here on my head in a medium large. The other style that we have is, it might look pretty similar. It's still 6-panel, but it doesn't have like those holes that you'd see on like those vintage baseball caps, as well as the bill, instead of being that duck bill, is more of a solid round crescent. So it just makes a really nice, cool shape on the head, but still elasticated on the back. And the fabrication is different on these. We have it in this kind of like beigey, almost like olive, poly that's woven in like a traditional kimono fabrication. So it has a really, really crisp hand to it, and it's kind of like a ripstop. So it really just does help with the durability and longevity of it. So yeah, cool hats there. Then we have two bucket hats that I guess we'll call. The first one is their Boonie Crusher. So it's modeled after like a old fishing boonie cap, shallower crown and also smaller brim. And it's made out of this water-resistant nylon, so either good on fishing trips or just good with whatever else you're doing. It is packable, so it actually all does pack into this mesh pocket with a snap closure. And then in a similar kimono fabric, this one's also poly, but 100% crepe, 100% crepe woven in a crepe. And instead of the boonie, this is just like their classic bucket, so it's gonna have a taller crown, larger brim, protects you from the sun.
Both
really
buckets
nice
also have the adjustable strap on the inside.
Both buckets do have an adjustable Velcro strap on the inside, you can see here. So they're also sized similarly, but instead of that elastic that helps you get the sizing right, it is just that Velcro strap. This one has a hidden stash pocket on the inside, as well as being just a more premium fabric overall. And the last cap we have from Found Feather is a knit cap built for the summer. It is cotton linen ramie, so just a really nice lightweight knit cap for those like transitional times where it's too warm to wear like a full wool beanie, but you want to still kind of give that vibe. This is kind of what we're after. So yeah, it's pretty sweet. It looks pretty small when you first get it in, but it does expand a good bit. So you just toss it on and you're all set. So yeah, that is our new brands coming into Nomad. Definitely check them out. Any questions or concerns on them, hit us up. Very, very cool. Always good to talk. See you all next time.